Hey guys, I know it's been kind of a long time since I've uploaded anything and you've seen me. Take my gum out. I'm having a hysterectomy, and I asked a question on my YouTube if you guys wanted to have me vlog that, and you guys said yes. So I feel so weird picking up the phone and making a video, but yeah, so I just got some blood taken. My surgery is on Tuesday. Today is Thursday, so I just had to go give some labs and give a urine test. I guess I should start off with why I'm having a hysterectomy. Let's see, what year was it? This is 2025. So at the beginning of 2024, I started bleeding extremely heavy. And when I say extremely heavy, I mean, and this is going to be TMI. If you don't want to hear about TMI situations, click off. I had a regular doctor's appointment. When I was at that doctor's appointment, I was going to tell the doctor that that my period hadn't stopped, and it had been going for over 2 weeks, which was very weird because I have an IUD, and normally it would last a few days, and it was never heavy. And this was like a regular period, like a full regular period that just didn't stop. So I was taking the shower, getting ready for the doctor, and as I was in the shower, I started bleeding so badly that it scared me enough that I needed to go to the emergency room. I was bleeding clots larger than my hands, and I couldn't make it stop. I had to sit on towels, and I had multiple pads on just to get to the ER. That's how bad I was bleeding. I had called my doctor and said, do you want me to still come in? I can't stop this. It's just pouring out of me. And she said, go to the ER. Went to the ER. They did an exam. I had stopped bleeding at that point. They did an exam, and they told me everything looked fine. I think they took my blood. They said everything was fine. I'm like, okay, so why did it happen? They're like, oh, it just happens sometimes. I'm like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. So I had my regular doctor's appointment rescheduled, went to my regular doctor's appointment. They said, we would like to do a ultrasound. So had an ultrasound, and they said you have at that time, a large fibroid that was 9 centimeters. And that is what was causing the bleeding. So I learned all about fibroids. They're a growth that can be inside, outside of your uterus. They can cause very heavy, irregular menstrual bleeding, large blood clots. And yeah, it was it's kind of like a shock. So I was like, I'm not completely sure. Okay, so what does that mean? They're like, well, we're just going to keep an eye on it. There's medication we can give you to help slow down the bleeding, all this, that. I'm like, okay. So that was May of 2024. So then a month goes by. The period is just so bad. I'm talking, I put a tampon in. I can't even get off of the toilet before it falls out because it is just full of blood. I had to call off work at least 2 times out of the 3 weeks that my period would last. Some months my period would last. Actually, for one point, my period did not stop for 3.5 months. I had a straight on period, did not stop, which was horrible, and it sucked because I would get up, and gravity is your worst enemy when you are bleeding that badly. And I would be at work, and I'd stand up to go help somebody, and I'd have to run away from them and run to the bathroom because I was bleeding so bad. We tried a medication that was supposed to help with really heavy periods. Didn't work. They put me on like 800 milligrams of ibuprofen that I was supposed to take like 2 times a day. That did nothing. What else did we try? Not quite sure, but it continued. I started having pain, bloating, like really bad cramps. So then we did another ultrasound, I'd say about it almost exactly a year later, this May of 2025. And the fibroid had grown. It was over 10 centimeters. So they said we could do a procedure that would like blast it. I'm playing with my gum. That's so disgusting. Let me throw it out. They said that we could do a procedure that like blasts the artery or something in the uterus and take care of it, but there's a chance that it could come back. So it's like, why put myself through that if there's a chance that it could come back? I don't ever want to have another fibroid ever again. So they said, okay, well, we kept an eye on it, and then it wasn't getting any better, and I was getting pain, and just the amount of pain and discomfort and the amount of times like I had to miss work from bleeding, it was not something that I could live with anymore. The doctor said, okay, well, we should do a hysterectomy. If that's what you want, that's an option. And I said, yeah, yes, let's do it. I can't deal with this anymore. I had to have a biopsy of my uterus first just to make sure that it wasn't cancerous or anything. That came back completely fine. My surgery was scheduled for August 12th. Today is August 7th, and shit's getting real. I'm going to be off work from at the maximum. My doctor put me out from August 12th until October 23rd. I do have short-term disability, but it doesn't kick in until 8 days after my last day of work. So I'm going to have a good 2 weeks where I don't have a check. And even then, my short-term disability is paying me like $300 a week. So this is really going to suck. So I thought maybe I'll come back to YouTube and maybe try to get my channel monetized again. It may sound crappy, but I also think there's people I know. Okay, I'm trying to find stuff about hysterectomies and people with fibroids, large fibroids, who are going through the same thing as I am, and there's not a lot on YouTube. So I thought, okay, I can help myself by uploading a video to possibly start earning a little bit of side income while I'm off work, and help other people who are also going through the situation, who are looking to see the process and how it's happening for somebody else. So I've been putting it off because I'm fighting with myself, like, do I really want to just do that, make a video? Like, what if people say, oh, she's only coming back because she wants money? It's a little bit of both. Yeah, I need a side income, and I also want to share my experience. I mean, I don't know. It's not like YouTube works overnight and I make the money and everything is fine. I don't know. You know, the surgery is bringing out the anxiety in me that I have like not had in a while, and I'm scared and I'm nervous, but I'm glad. So because my fibroid is so large, I can't have it laparoscopic with the robot arms. I have to have it through my C-section incision. So I am having a total abdominal hysterectomy, and they are taking my cervix, my uterus, and my tubes and leaving my ovaries. I need them for my hormones and all that jazz. So they're taking everything but my ovaries. My phone ran out of memory, so I have to make this quick. That's happening on Tuesday, and everything's becoming real. I got my to-go bag that I'm gonna pack, and I will show you what I put in it, and I'll make more video later, but I just wanted to get an intro here. Just got done getting my blood taken, and I'm gonna head home and get something to eat because I'm hungry. Oh my, look at that. You guys ain't seen me in a while. You ain't seen all this stuff going on here. Just checking in. I cannot stand how much gray that is right there. Okay, so just checking in. I just got my blood results back from earlier, and my I did become anemic, so I'm on iron supplements, and I did some iron infusions a while back in June, and this is the first time that they've taken my blood since after my iron infusions and after taking my iron supplement. And my iron is still low, but it has improved, so that's good. However, they haven't looked that over yet, so I'm not quite sure like what they're going to want to do. They're probably going to call me tomorrow or maybe Monday, not sure. Did a urinalysis and my results were abnormal for that, but it was because there's probably traces of blood in the urine. So a bug landed on my camera, so I'm gonna go. Okay, so I am back to talk more about it. I don't really remember where I left off last. I think I did tell you guys about the my blood test came back and I still have low iron, so I am still anemic, but it is not as bad as what it was before. My iron infusions, and I don't know if I hit on that or not, if I talked about iron infusions, but my iron had gotten pretty low. I was getting dizzy, lightheaded. I was extremely tired all the time, cold. What else? I had a lot of just random symptoms of anemia. I mentioned it to the doctor and she said, well, you know, you could be. So they were doing a blood test anyways. They did the blood test, and sure enough, I was on the cusp of being, it was on the very end of being low, but it was still like technically in. So then the symptoms kept getting worse and worse, and then I had another test done, and then it was drastically lower, pretty low. So they put me on an iron supplement, so I still take that. I take a daily iron pill. Then I had to go do 4 iron infusions. They were an hour long each. They weren't bad. It didn't hurt or anything. The first time I had a gigantic bruise from it. So I got 4 iron infusions, and that was in June. So all of July I went, and they didn't test my blood again until, when did I do that? Thursday. Today is Saturday. So they didn't test my blood again until August. I improved, but I'm still low. I am still under the minimum. So I do still have anemia. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I don't know if I'm going to have a blood transfusion or not. I know she said, what do you got? What did you eat? Sorry, I'm talking. My German Shepherd was out here and she just got into something. She did mention that, like, if I was, that I had to have the infusions to prevent having an iron or a blood transfusion. So because my iron is still low, I don't know what that means. They've not contacted me since my blood results came back. I just seen them in my chart. So I don't really know what all that means. Otherwise, today is Saturday, surgery's on Tuesday. I'm getting more and more nervous. I just feel like I'm not prepared. I feel like I need to scrub my house and clean it and get everything organized and in order. My way home from work yesterday, which was my last day of work for quite some time, I got in my car. I went to crack the windows because it was hot, to let some of the hot air out, and my passenger side window went all the way down and I cannot get it back up. It's bad enough my car has 205,000 miles on it and it's burning oil and I have to put oil in it every week. Now my window's broken. Message the mechanic that we take it to. He's out of town. Hopefully tomorrow he'll be able to fix it. Chris said he'll put it on his credit card, so that's good. I did make a GoFundMe. I posted I have 3 donations. 1 is for my daughter's grandmother and 2 are for people I don't know. Now, I'm not sure if that's from, because I did post it on my YouTube account. I don't know if it's one of you. If it is, thank you so much. You have no idea how helpful that is. I am 1,000% serious when I tell you I am so grateful, because you do not know how far that will go to help me. Being out of work for anywhere from 6 to 10 weeks, I will receive short-term disability, but at a minimum it's $300, or no, at a maximum it's $400, but with taxes out and I still have to pay my insurance and everything, I'll be getting around $300 a week, and I still have bills to pay. I still have kids to feed. Corey's stepping up. He's gonna help out and try and pay more. It's gonna be a really tight struggle. We'll get through it. We always do, but it's gonna be a tight struggle, and I just fear that I'm gonna have to go back to work before my body is ready. So maybe my YouTube can start to become monetized again and take off. I stream
on Twitch and Kick with video games I play, like World of Warcraft and mostly World of Warcraft, but like sometimes I might stream Neopets or Disney's Dreamlight Valley or something. I know the majority of you here aren't into video games, so that's all right. But if you are, Zyrusha on Twitch and Kick, if that's something that you're into. I can be pretty vulgar over there and use a lot of cuss words, so if that's not something that you're into, then no need. You don't need to go over there. My dog, she went to the vet that day that I first started this vlog, and her blood work came back and it's all good. Her creatine levels were a little bit high, but the vet said that she thinks that was just because she was so stressed out and panting really hard and everything, so she thinks that she's completely fine. Everything else is great, so that's good. She's got the clean bill of health, and I'm so happy because she's a precious baby angel and we love her so much. I need to go through my phone and delete some old videos and stuff because it's not letting me make very long little uploads here. Stop eating grass. She's over by the pepper plant eating grass. We were out here the other day and she caught a bird. That's her second bird that she has caught. One, she jumped up and caught it right out of the air. This one, she stalked it and it didn't fly away quick enough. It was just leaving the ground and she grabbed it in the air. She is something else. I was yelling at her. Like, it was horrific. I hate that. I hate when they kill. I know it's natural instinct. I just don't. I hate it. I hate it so much. Y'all, check out these glasses. These glasses, they bend. They bend. You fold them up to be super tiny. And I love them for that. They're great. And they're perfect. And they go into a little container. And I love it. Yippee, what are you doing? What is that? Bird poop? Girl. Yippee, come here. Girl. Link is inside. He didn't come out. Where's your ball, girl? Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Find your ball. You didn't bring a ball out here, did you? So, I did tell you guys that I was going to show you what I pack. I think I'll be doing the packing tomorrow. And show you what I got in there. I got some new shorts that I think would be comfortable enough to be up over my belly. I got a thin bathrobe for the hospital. I got a foldable toothbrush and a travel shampoo, conditioner, body soap, toothpaste. I've got to pack my iPad charger, my watch charger. I don't think I need my watch. I won't bring my watch. My phone charger, some yoga pants, comfortable yoga pants, slippers. I got a case to put my glasses in, a toiletry bag. I can't think of anything else. But all right, look at this cup my mom got me. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this. This is my Stanley that my mom got me with my name on it. It's beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this part of the vlog. And the next thing you see will probably be me showing you what's in my hospital bag.
PSA to anybody who is having surgery and the doctor tells them to get Dial antibacterial soap. The regular Dial orange that you think might be antibacterial is not. That is in the body wash kind. I don't use bar soap, and I haven't since I was like 10. But I was in the shower this morning and I'm like, this does not say antibacterial. So I had to go to the store, and apparently it only comes in bar soap. So I had to buy an 8-pack of antibacterial bar soap. But that's okay because I got to get me a liquid death. All right, everybody, I am making some freezer meals so I can have some options for meals while I'm laid up, and other people can just throw them in the crock pot for me. This one here is unnamed. I refuse to say the name of what it actually is, because otherwise somebody won't eat it. So we're gonna put that one off to the side. This one's gonna be chicken parmesan. Put all these ingredients in the freezer bag and you cook on low for 6 hours. You're gonna put your chicken, a half a cup of butter cubed, 2 cups of chicken broth, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and half a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. So we're just gonna do our 2 cups of chicken broth. I'll tell you what's in the first bag. The first bag is 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, a cup of chicken broth, and 2 packets of ranch seasoning. And then you'll just add your chicken into that. We gotta put in half a cup of butter. Well, we get it in 3s. These are really easy. I was making these a lot, and then having like Chris just put it in the crock pot in the morning, and then when I got home from work, I had like delicious, beautiful foods. What else do I need to put in here? Garlic powder. You can do a little bit of salt and pepper too. I feel like not a lot of flavor be up in here. Not a lot of salt though, because Parmesan is salty. For sure, pepper. I'm gonna have to use grated. It's not. This is gonna be a shit meal. Somebody ate a whole ass thing of Parmesan cheese. Chicken breast in there. Take these 2. Zip them up. Let the air out. We almost had a fountain there. So we got that guy. This one's gonna be weird. I don't know about this one. Chicken curry, 6 hours on low. What are we putting in the chicken curry? We're doing a can of, I'm not even gonna do the coconut milk. I'm gonna do it the easy way. I got this jar of creamy coconut curry spices. I'm just gonna do the jar. Oh my God. About to give myself a hysterectomy trying to open this thing. Yeah, works. All that beautiful juicy curriness in there. Okay. We don't need to add any curry or that, so we're just gonna add some mixed veggies in now. And I just have this vegetable soup mix, frozen veggies that I'm just gonna throw in. Add some chicken. And then the last one that I was going to put together is chicken teriyaki. 3/4 cup of teriyaki sauce. We got our 3/4 cup of teriyaki. This onion, carrot, and celery mix. Wash your hands. Throw your trash away. Okay. All right, we got our Parmesan chicken 6 hours on low, our chicken teriyaki 5 hours on low, our chicken curry 6 hours on low, and our ranch chicken 6 hours on low. I do everything on low. Just put it all into a gallon Ziploc freezer bag, and then I write whatever it is and how long it needs to go in. And these little stands are cheap on Amazon. They're just a few bucks. I use these. They come in like a pack of like 4, I think. And that's it. Now I got 4 dinners for the first week after my surgery. Look at this boy. Look at this boy. Red-eyed little demon. Look at all that hair of yours on the floor. Just vacuum. Okay, I am getting my bag together. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be putting in there. So first things first. I might not need this at the hospital, but it's easy to pack. So this is my little grabber I'm going to be bringing. I know the hospital provides you with one, but this is a binder for your abdominal, and I just figured, what if theirs didn't fit me right? It wasn't very expensive at all, so I went ahead and got one. I got my sunglasses in here. They're foldable sunglasses that I already showed you, and I also got some lens cleaning wipes in there. We got a very long phone charger cord, earbuds, claw clip. I just have it in my basket. This is for the back of my phone to keep my ID and insurance card in while I'm there, so I don't have to bring my whole wallet. we've got some disposable underwear. These are literally just boy short disposable underwear. I know the hospital probably gives you some too, but I'll probably be wearing these at home for a while. I just bought a pack of them. They were also not very expensive, and they're for like postpartum, so I figured this would be just easy. I don't know what's going to be going on down there, so I wanted to get something nice and easy. Just 3 pairs of socks. We got a foldable toothbrush, some toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, soap, hand sanitizer, chapstick, because your lips are supposed to be extremely dry when you wake up from surgery. Just got a black shirt, another like big, these are like a really nice cotton, they're oversized shirts. This is a bathrobe, and then just 3 pairs of shorts and my slippers. This is my duvet cover, sheets for tonight that I'm going to put on the bed I just washed, and some pillowcases, because everything in the bed has to be clean after I shower with my special soap. So tonight I will take a shower. I will get in bed, clean everything bed, and I will set my alarm for 8 a.m. I have to be at the hospital at 8:40, and my surgery is at about 10:30ish. So wish me luck. See you guys in the next video after recovery.